shit, yeah, basically. So basically, the idea of the podcast is just a little bit about comedy. So that's generally what the podcast is about. So for people beginning comedy, wanting to get into it, maybe a few times that we've bombed or something like that, but generally just talk shit and see how the podcast goes. So if that's something you like, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the like button down the bottom, because that's how fucking everything works these days.
Yeah, subscribe, motherfuckers.
Welcome back to episode 33 of Trapani's Choice. I'm your host, Nick Trapani, and today I got a very funny comedian, Stingray Thunder.
Yeah. Good to be here, bro. Fucking lovely to see you, man. Thanks for the gig tonight.
Hey, thanks for coming down. Thanks for coming down.
Awesome gig.
We record this every week down at the Nevermind Bar in Hawthorne, and we actually had a good show tonight.
It was awesome. Nice and packed and shit, bro.
It was good to have you on, and like the last time, man, you're just fucking killing it everywhere you go.
Yeah,
so it's good to see.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, you do too, bro.
I try.
Constantly. Dude, every time you fucking get like a little bit like noticeably better, and you're already good. So it's like fun times.
I appreciate that, man, and that's one thing about you that that I recognise straight away is from when I first started doing comedy. When you come to see me the first time, you came up straight away and had a chat with me afterwards. And every single time you've made the effort to come over and actually give me some confidence, give me a little booster, tell me I'm doing well, and show some support.
Yeah, you're doing my favorite kind of comedy, bro. So it's like you're doing dark shit. I'm like, dark comedians gonna stick together.
That's it. There's not many of us willing to walk this path.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not an easy path.
You gotta fucking roll these dice every time you get on stage. You need at least a couple guys backing you up afterwards.
But I found that last time I did your show at the Bendigo Hotel, it's really fun when you actually just have a design night for dark comedy, because I find myself trying to sort of warm crowds up before you get into it.
Yeah, you try to ease them into it.
When you just have a dark night, it's like, it's almost like...
You know what you're walking into. Like, everyone kind of does.
Everyone knows what they're walking into. And I found that, like, even that night, like, you couldn't go dark enough. There was a couple of girls there that, no matter what, they just wanted it darker.
Yeah, fucking A.
You can't reach that level for them.
Yeah, I can, though. I started, like, thinking about it after that night, because I was like... Because, like, I'm generally one of the darker, right? Like,
yeah.
Or, like, the better darker. But I could be darker, you know? Like, I was thinking of that night. I was like, go home and write some, like, next level shit. Like, next level, like get cancelled again and again. Fucking shit, bro. And I did, but it's like I still haven't done it yet.
Well, you should have done it tonight. This is a perfect room for it.
Yeah, I was working that trans joke, man. It's fucking... I do like trans people, though. That's the thing. I want people to know. I try and make that clear in the joke. But it was a new joke, so it was fucking... It got laughs.
It did get laughs. You know what? I think comedy is still one of the last forms of anything where you can still talk about topics that are a little bit taboo. Joke about them, but also pass a message at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's about is, with comedy, that's what I like. Like, even though it's dark, you might be telling a joke that's a little bit offensive or something, but I want to make you think about something. I want to pass a message under there. And if you're just simple, like most of my audience, most of the people that follow me are a bit simple, but I'm watching the three people that are watching this
right now are just like, you're right.
Fucking simple. But they might just take the joke for what it is, but really there's a couple of layers underneath.
Yeah. Make it smart. Makes it more palatable. Yeah.
And that's what we are. We are smart.
Yeah, I'm intelligent.
But I think one thing we have in common, I mean, we joke about it on stage, but I can't read or write that well.
Oh, really? Yeah, same.
Yeah,
same. So what, you're semi-illiterate?
Semi-illiterate. Semi-bloody illiterate.
That's rare.
And I got a number one seller.
Good old chop.
But the way I don't know how you record or write. I don't write jokes because, as I said, I never got my pen license. So I just voice to text and I put it in notes in my phone.
Oh, wow.
But I'll go over jokes in my head for a while. So I never write anything down originally. I'll just have an idea. And then I'll go, like, while I'm driving, I'll go over it, and then I'll...
it's how I do it, man. But I can read and write now, yeah?
You can? How did you learn?
Yeah. I just looked at the phonetics in the dictionary.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It's like how it's spelled.
Yeah.
It's underneath the word, and I'll just, like, spell it out, like... And then I'll, like, it took fucking 6 years.
Yeah, right.
Like I started trying to learn.
Explanation took 6 years?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I am dyslexic, bro. It doesn't mean I'm smart. I just spent fucking 6 years doing what most people do in a month. Like, I'm not the brightest kid in the fucking thing. Like most kids are just like, oh, that's how you read. Fucking took me till I was 19 to try.
But how do you, like, in comedy, how do you find it affected you? Because I remember, like, when I first started, I'd watch people MC, and I'd be fucking stressing that I'd get... Because names are the hardest for me to read.
Yeah, same.
Names are the hardest to read, you know, so... even tonight, I stuffed up a couple of names.
Yeah.
But now I just go, you know what, fuck it, I can't read.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
I'm retarded. Just fucking.
I'm retarded.
Fucking,
Deal with it.
Yeah, why is it okay to make fun? Like, no, it's not okay to make fun of certain people, but if you can't read, like, you're a fucking idiot.
You're an idiot. Yeah.
Dude, you know how I write my jokes? I memorize them before I get on stage without writing them down.
That's
it
it.
takes me maybe a day to do it.
Yeah, I've never written on my hand because I can't.
Yeah, that's it. Fucking 100%. Yeah, I make bad decisions in life, but like, fuck, I can remember a joke pretty easy. But yeah, now I write it down after I've done it a few times, and then just add bits to it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, add some extra punchlines or fucking tags.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
fucking. But yeah, I learn most shit just by watching it, bro. And like,
Yeah, I'm
that's
the same.
hard. Like, people can't do that. They gotta
No.
fucking. They gotta work it out, get taught it by a fucking teacher and shit. I teach myself everything, man.
I think I'm a little bit the same. And no, you're right. We don't have a button for that like Joe Rogan does. The burp button.
Does he have a burp button?
Yeah, he's got a burp
Oh
button.
shit! I
Yeah,
really should watch more Joe Rogan podcasts, bro.
we just need a burp button.
Yeah, I like people hearing my burps. I've got a proud burp.
I like that. Yeah,
Ugh.
but you shouldn't have turned. You should have done it directly at the camera.
It's too loud because it will peak your audio, bro. I know what I'm doing.
I've done this before.
I've done this a few times.
But now I've lost my train of thought from that. Yeah, but most people can't. But I find you have to use different strategies in life. So somewhat it makes you a little bit more, I guess, intelligent because you've got to look for different ways to try and get to where you're at.
Yeah.
Because you can't just read the sign or you can't do that. So you've got to go in with, a different level. And I guess that's how I've developed the way I talk and communicate.
Yeah,
has
fucking
become better because I had to learn how to bullshit it because I...
Yeah, you have to like wing it. Like I cheated a lot in school without like I was just like doing letter by letter.
Yeah.
Like I winged most. Like I got to like year 7.
Yeah.
And like got away with it, and then I moved to a new school, and they were like, "All right, so we're gonna like put you in a room by yourself, and you're gonna have to like do this test to see where you're at."
Yeah.
And like I was like, I can't read it. Like, and they're like, "What?" But I had like cheated from like year 1 to year 7. Yeah, like I got no one gathered it. Like they knew I was dumb. Like they
knew something wasn't right.
Like they knew I was dyslexic. They knew but they didn't realize how bad it was.
I think they're better at picking up on it now. Like my son is he's in prep, and they're already like, all right, look, you need to start like hammering him harder with the reading and the writing and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I fucking can't because he's already past my level. You know, one spot got out of the park, I'm done. That's it, I'm done. There's no more to that.
Hey, get the wife to teach him. Jesus,
That's it.
What do they do? Sorry, don't.
What do you call them?
You know, broads. You know what gets me? Like, oh, I would be married right now, but then it just became like they stopped cooking for you. They stopped doing your washing and shit. So like, if you have a kid, you've got to like they sit at home, look after the kid, which is a full-time job. And then fucking, you got to pay them for everything, and you don't get anything out of it except for the occasional root. It's like on your birthday, maybe. It's like, dude, it's a shit deal. I don't know why you're married, bro. I mean, I'm sorry to his wife if we ever meet.
I love this that you're like, I wouldn't get married, but if you ever drop that on a first date.
I kind of
be going, I went out on this date with this guy. This fuckhead wants me to stay in the kitchen, cook and clean.
I'm like, dude, get a job, right? And I'll stay home.
Yeah.
I'll fucking clean the house.
Yeah.
I'll cook. I'll make sure dinner's ready for them. They can slap me if it's not. Dude, I'll be a 50s housewife, bro. I'll do it if I don't have to work. I'll look after the kid. He's gonna.
I did it for a while. I did work. I got my own business, but I stopped working as much. And my wife did all the working, and I did all the school drop-offs and everything. And then
got a winner, bro.
Bang! I go out and I do comedy at night.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I take it back, bro. Good move. Yeah, you got So you got to find one that will fucking work. For you.
Hard.
Work hard for you. Yeah.
We got the other way around now.
Yeah. I got a friend who fucking like he's a panel beater. And he's like, oh, I'm quitting. My wife just got a job that gets paid more than me. So I'm going to stay at home and look after the kids. I'm going to make sure you cook dinner for her. Like, show her how it's done. You know? Like, I'm not saying all women should be in the kitchen or anything either. Like, I'm not
Some of them can't cook.
Yeah, some of them are terrible cooks. And you don't marry those ones. Like, unless they've got a really good job. Like, I'm saying it's a fucking partnership. That's what I'm saying. It's meant to be a partnership.
I think it is.
Not, and I'm sexist for fucking saying, why the fuck aren't you cooking me dinner? I just paid for all that food. Like, dude.
Where do we? Let's take. I think we're getting cancelled.
Run 33 episodes.
That was
good.
Got
That was
the
a good run.
Stingray Thunder on for a night. Okay. Here we go.
I'm sweating already. No, but let's take it back a step.
All right.
When
smart
did
move.
you decide that comedy was your thing? How old were you?
It's like I was kind of like writing rants, you know, like to win arguments with people at bars. So like, so I learned how to read and write, and then I was like, realized I can like research shit, and like my arguments could have some like fucking
Yeah.
And I love
Before that, you were just putting chairs over people's heads.
Yeah, you just fight them then, yeah. 100%. But I was like, dude, I started like winning arguments a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, I could go home and like learn a little bit more. And like, my thing when I was like younger was like, I wanted to win an argument but be wrong but still win. kind of thing. You know, like fucking like be 100% off base but have enough shit back in it. That that they could be like, all right, well maybe you fuck like you know.
You would make a good wife.
Yeah, damn straight. I've never lost an argument to a woman. It's crazy. But yeah, fucking. So I was doing that a lot, and then one day I was getting an argument with a zoologist about if dolphins are fish or mammals, and I was on the fish side, and I was definitely winning.
Yeah.
Against the zoologist who studied this and shit. It's a big crowd of people fucking standing around us laughing, and then one of them came out and said, "You do that on stage, you'll be a comedian."
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, yeah. He's like, there's this place down the road where you can go do stand-up
Called
comedy.
the Comic Lounge.
I wish. No, it was the Crown and Anchor in Newcastle. Fucking cool little pub. And then I just went along there and just did my little fucking argument rants without like the other person there.
Yeah.
And it was getting laughs. So I was like,
Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep doing this thing.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't taking it seriously for the first like couple of months, and then I was like, I want to take it seriously. And like, I moved to Melbourne with fucking like the wokest fucking, like the worst place to move for my kind of comedy.
So this is interesting because it's only more recently that it's becoming a lot harder now.
Yeah.
But how long have you noticed that it's been a lot harder to do dark comedy? And
It's actually getting better.
it is, yeah.
Like when I first moved here, I did a joke about how good it would be to have an anorexic girlfriend, and it killed. Like
Yeah.
it did well, but like I got
Killed her.
But I got yeah. I just don't. I judge people on who they are as a person and not what they eat. You know. Like, there's positives to it, man. Like you can spin them on your dick like a basketball when you're fucking. You know. I got a bad back, you know. Like, you can so much easier routes, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like if you ever like drop the ladder under the couch, bro. You know, like
You
you
can just slide under
don't
there and
have
get
to
it.
lift the couch. You can just fucking behind microwaves, fridges.
Yeah.
You know, like fucking. If you're ever like, you can finally take your girlfriend to a fancy restaurant. You don't afford to get the lobster. She could be sitting there like looking at her fucking water and be like, "Can I smell your food?" It's like, "Yeah, of course, because I spoil you." You know, like, I really got to do that joke again.
I think you should.
But yeah, it got me cancelled like the first fucking gig I did here. Like a bunch of chicks just walked out angry. And fucking
Where was your first gig?
Exford Hotel.
At the Exford Hotel.
Yeah.
I was at the Imperial Hotel.
No, the Imperial's up the road.
Up the road. Yeah.
The Exford was good. It was a good fucking gig. But I still like. It was like some chick wrote some massive thing on Facebook about like, I don't believe they're letting people say that on stage at the fucking Exford Hotel. It's like, dude, but I got laughs. I got more laughs than this chick.
This is the hard part is that
I called her retarded afterwards. she
may do it.
She came up to me and she's like, "How dare you say that about Erickson?" And I was like, "You're probably just a little bit retarded, right? Like you fucking." Like,
and you can use that word because
because I'm retarded.
You're retarded.
Yeah, fucking A. I think everybody should be able to use it.
I
I don't think you should take words away. Like the N word, yeah, I get it. It's fucking
you have respect about it.
yeah. Like I'm not gonna say the N word.
No.
But like retarded, bro. Like, who came up with that shit? Like, fucking making that a bad word.
Well, it was a good word. Like, good word. It was a word to describe a disability, wasn't it? Is that what it was?
Yeah, when I was young, people, like, teachers would put me in front of the...
No, but I
the
think it's
class
actually
and go,
like a
"This is-"
specific retardation.
Yeah, they'd be like, this is Stingray. He's a little bit retarded, so he's going to need a little bit of help at school. And I'm like, I'm never getting laid, am I?
You'd never say it against someone who actually was handicapped. It's a way of describing someone else who's being retarded.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. But yeah, fucking, I should be, I'll say what I want, man. Fuck it.
So speaking of sort of taboo things, now I just want to touch on. Can we talk about your dead name? Can we talk about your dead name and how you transitioned?
My other name. Oh, dude, I've done this like three. I've done like 3 podcasts the last couple of weeks, and everybody's asked me.
Okay.
You want it on yours?
I love it. Yeah.
All right, so I was doing I was running the Gasso comedy night,
Yep.
and like, cause I can't spell, I spelled someone's name wrong on the poster, and that person got cranky and started yelling at the chick, cause I had a chick running it that night.
Yeah.
And you start like yelling at her, and she messaged me, and she's like, "This dude's losing his shit.
Yeah.
Like, you spelled his name wrong. He's fucking furious. I don't know what to do. I've never fucking had like a comedian lose it like this." And I'm like, all right. So I deleted the fucking post, like the poster off the internet. Lost a day's worth of advertising, which is usually about 5 people
Yeah. Yeah.
that come to the show. So I went home, changed his name to the correct spelling, and just changed mine to Stingray, because it's like, what the fuck, cunt.
Who cares?
So
Yeah.
what was his name?
I'm not gonna say he's pretty big in comedy, so yeah.
When you say big, like,
and he's still a friend,
big.
but like, he probably watches this. He's got to hear this like 3 podcasts.
Good.
And he'll know who it is, because when he got there, he walked up and he's like, "Who's Stingray? Is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, yeah, I'm Stingray. Who cares what your fucking name is, you know? And he's like, "Oh, okay, yep."
I find it funny that people get so funny about their names, don't they? Like,
Yeah.
I had a client the other day. I was treating her, and the whole time I was treating her, she was calling me Chris. And then just at the end, I was like, "How do you know my brother's name?" That's my brother's name.
I just do it to make him feel awkward, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's actually Nick. But do it right at the end. Just to make her all red-faced. Oh, shit. You know when you get someone's name wrong and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, shit.
After sex.
Dude, I've done that so many times. Because you pick them up when you're drunk and you have sex and you wake up in the morning and you can't remember their name. And you just hope that they don't fucking ask. Like, check you later, girl. Like, it's so obvious that I
They've got a
can't
necklace with a letter on it, and you're like,
but
"Oh fuck!"
But I think a lot of the times, like, they know, but they don't want to say anything because they're like, look, I don't want people to like they probably feel bad about like the fact that we just had a fucking one-night stand.
Yeah.
And like, she'll be like, and I feel like this is how you don't even remember my name. It was a one-night stand. You said it right at the start of the night. I forgot it instantly. And now we had sex.
Do you know how many people I sleep with? You want me to remember all their
I
names?
get a lot of pussy. You add me on Facebook, then I try to memorize it, and that's if we're going on a second date. But with the way that you're acting, it's probably not going to happen.
Now you're getting all whingy about your name,
Your name.
on a poster.
Yeah.
I know it.
There's a dude. So yeah, nice.
So that I always thought that you were sort of just transitioning into like a darker, sort
No, I
of.
feel like Stingray's like a heart. Or like earlier that week, I was at work. On a panel beat. There was another panel beater, and he was like, "You can call me Master Killer here because I'm the killer master of panel beating." I'm like, "You're a fucking idiot, man. I'm not gonna call you that, bro. You think I'm gonna call you Master Killer at panel beating, bro? That's like me asking you to call me Stingray, you know?
Yeah.
Stingray Thunder, the fucking god of the ocean, you know? Like who's gonna fucking do that? So like that's why I wrote Stingray.
Stingray Thunder.
Yeah, and then yeah, when people got off stage that night, because the chick called me Stingray on stage, they all remembered the name. It's like, it's very memorable. Like, people will
like
remember
that.
this, so it's like, fuck it, I'll just go with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and now it's there forever.
It's stuck. But a message to you, mate. I believe it doesn't matter, because I fuck people's names up, and people have fucked my name up plenty of times. And if you're good at what you do, they just remember
Yeah,
who you were.
Yeah,
You know, like,
at the
that's-
end of your thing, you just say your name, like, thank you very much, I'm Stingray Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they really like you, they'll come up and like go like, what's your name, bro? Can I follow you?
Can I? Home.
Yeah. Damn straight.
Can I follow you home?
That's how I lost my ass, Cherry.
But mate, I've heard some great stories that you've told on podcasts about, mates of yours owning ridiculous paintings in their house.
Ah, yeah.
But you had a bit of a.
You know what? That fucker. I'll tell you who that was.
Tell me, this is it. Have you revealed it before?
Nah, never.
On Trapani's Choice, you're hearing it first.
I'll quickly tell the story. All right, so he was hanging out with this dude in Sydney, and we all thought he was poor, and we were all like poor kind of dudes. We all rapped and stuff, and we all kind of thought he was just one of us. He was always like off his head though, and fucking like dancing in front of us. So he was a really entertaining dude.
Yeah.
And then one day he's like, "Oh, it's my fucking birthday. You just want to come over to my house for a birthday party for me?" We're like, yeah, for sure. And we go to his house. It's a fucking mansion, bro, in Redfern with a fucking like tree growing in the middle of the fucking house and shit, like full open roof, glass everywhere.
We lived in a tree house.
Like fucking fine art on every fucking bit of the fucking house. I go on the toilet to do a shit because I had a pill.
Yeah.
And, you know when you get the pill shits?
You gotta-
Like I
gotta
was
go.
young, like I'm not a drug addict anymore, but I was definitely a drug addict when I was young.
Yeah.
I go into the fucking toilet and just shit. And I look up and there's a fucking sketch, and I look down and it said Picasso underneath it. And I'm like, is that a fucking Picasso sketch in this cunt's toilet, bro? Like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Is that Picasso, bro? And he's like, yeah, my dad's an art dealer. He makes heaps of money. I'm like, fuck. And that's what you reckon.
You're kidding.
Nah. that's who it was. Yeah.
There you go.
He ended up getting famous over COVID. Fucking. He was always funny, though. Like, give him that. He's fucking.
I've actually never seen his comedy, but he's funny. He's just.
Hey.
Very funny.
He's
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah, do you know why I'm saying this? Because he came to town, and I was like, I messaged him, but he didn't get back to me. I was like, oh, dude, you want to have a beer? Didn't get back to me, so it's like, all right, whatever. I'll fucking say who it is now. And not only that, he says he's like, no beef to Nat. But he says that his dad was a cook, but his dad was an art dealer. That's a fucking
You're
lie.
done.
That's a lie, son.
And we're going to cut this out and put it on TikTok.
Maybe he was a special cook. Maybe that's where he got his money.
Yeah, because
Oh,
usually
damn,
they
you're
are
right. Oh,
cooks
fuck,
as well.
yeah. He was a cook,
Yeah.
maybe. Nah, because he
Why is
would've-
Dad always wearing a gas mask when he comes out of that room?
He's an art dealer, son. But he's also a cook. But he's a dealer with art.
Oh, that's
Think about it,
gold.
like Breaking Bad. Was it like he was the artist of fucking making meth?
He was.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, fucking.
He was.
Yeah. Apparently, it's not that hard to make. You know, like just like it's not.
Can you just look up the ingredients off? But
Apparently, it's like an easy thing to do, and just like dumb people are doing it all the time.
yeah,
Like you just like, have basic chemistry skills, and you could probably knock it out. I've just heard.
I reckon there's a few guys in the room that have made it.
Definitely. Look, we all had our little ice bench when we were young.
I actually didn't.
You didn't?
No, I bloomed late. I was always too scared to do drugs. I always thought, like, what if I don't like it and I'm on it, I'm fucked.
Yeah, you become a junkie and shit. Yeah.
Well, I'd be scared while I was on it, But then I got to a certain age, I'm like, fuck it, like I've lived a good life, and
Yeah, well,
and then I enjoyed it.
I did ice late.
You did isolate, yeah.
Late,
Well, we're
like
responsible.
fucking, yeah, well, like
Last week.
No, like when I was a kid, I was like selling speed,
Yeah.
and then ice came out, and then I moved and I stopped selling speed and like just became a normal person, got off the drugs for fucking like 5 years. But when I came back to my town, everyone had gotten on the ice, and they were all junkies, man. It was like I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, and one of my mates like, let's do some drugs. I was like, all right. And we got in a car, drove to the hospital. I'm like, why are we going to the hospital? He was, sorry. He came out with a fit pack, like a figure needles. He like sticks it in there. I'm like, why'd you get needles? And I'm like, you gotta shoot this up. Bro. He's like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And we're driving along, and a cop pulls up behind him, and he fucking pulls his drugs out of his pocket and sticks it up his ass in front of me.
Oh, no.
And I'm like,
Did he spit on it first?
all right, it was like 6 months earlier. That dude was like, no one ever touches my ass. I ain't no fag, bro. And shit like that. And it's like
Now it's his prison
after
pussy.
6 months of meth being in the town, this dude's like, oh, this is where I put things now.
Pulls his keys out.
The cops didn't even pull us over, bro. It was like just in case. Like you think you'd wait till like the sirens come on, you just like pull over. And,
Boom.
but this
straight
dude
up
was just
there.
like, so used to doing this.
Yeah.
It's a nice little pocket. I'll shit that out later. And then we get back to his house. He was like, so we doing this? I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that, bro. It's just up your ass, dude. Like, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to skip on the ass. All the girls in the fucking town have become like prostitutes.
Where is this town? But you know, actually, I had a friend of mine, and he was one of the funniest guys on ice. Like he was, and it was a shame. We actually the relationship we're no longer friends because it was just every time you go out, it was volatile. There'd be a fight.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he'd
Yeah,
be
those
sitting there
guys,
just having
yeah.
a chat with someone, and something would snap. But he honestly was probably the funniest guy I've ever met. Would have me in stitches the whole time.
And it'd have you back in a fight, too. That's
I'd
good,
have my
man.
back. He'd be starting to fight.
Yeah, of course. You got to stop hanging out with those people. They're annoying, but it's also like, oh,
It's
look.
so much fun. I've always hung around people that are entertaining for me out. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
my parents are like, you know, you're better than this. Like, why are you hanging out with these people? I'm like, because
They're
this
fun.
is endless
Yeah.
fucking entertainment.
I just want to see where it goes. Like, I don't care if they fucking... if it goes bad, I'm just like... Oh.
I then miss them. I then miss them when they're off the rails.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
they're gone, I'm like, oh, that's sad.
I had this friend, and he was like a really bad drunk, but he was also like an amazing martial artist. So it's like dangerous for him to be a fucking drunk, you know.
Yeah.
And I loved him when he was drunk, but like, because he'd just like he'd cause such havoc, bro. Like, and everybody knew how good he was at fighting.
Yeah.
It was a real small town. And when I first met him, I was like walking through the bar, and there was just like a crowd of people standing around the pool table. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And he was just sitting down blind on a seat with like a bunch of people. You've got to go. You've got to leave. Like, we're going to have to call the police and like just football players. Just no one wanted to touch him and shit. And I'm like, oh, dude, no, I met this dude the other day. I'll get him out. And everyone's like, no. And I'm like, nah, it's fine. Put him over my shoulder. Walked him through the crowd. Everyone's like, stop it. No, it's a bad idea. And we get to like this fucking stairwell, and he grabs the handrail and then just gets me in a headlock. And there was nothing I could do. There's never been a situation. I was like, holy shit, this guy's strong. Like, just crushing my neck. And he's like, hey, at least you had the balls to do it. And I was like, come on, man, we got to get you out of here. And he's like, all right. He like, oh, my neck. But yeah. No, but he quit drinking. And I was like, every time I see him, I'm like, dude, why? What the fuck is wrong with you and shit? But no, I get it. You should have quit. But it saddens me because he was such a fun drunk to me. You know?
We actually had a couple of ice addicts after a gig punch on.
Oh, here?
No, not here. Do we name... Where was it, Ock? Do we name where it was?
Name it.
Can we? No, let's leave it out where it was.
Was Dougie there?
Let's not talk about who was in...
Maybe.
Let's not talk about who
I've
was...
seen the video.
Start the story off with allegedly.
Allegedly there was a video.
Yeah.
But these guys were disrupting the whole show. And so it was a guy that I knew from the dog park. I invited everyone to come down to it was comedy. It was a show after the festival, actually. And I said, I'll come down, I've got a show. And he brought two of his mates, and these guys were clearly on something. And they were just yelling out shit. And at the start, it's all right. But when there was one time this guy yelled something out, and it wasn't even English.
Oh, real.
Just like, and so we went to kick him out halfway through the show. And then one of them, we ended up letting him stay. And then one of them come in the bathroom and tried to have a go at Cavey, who was trying to get him out.
Oh, really?
And so I had to settle that in the bathroom by fucking him. I'm like, I'll wear this one.
It always settles him down. Every time.
Calms the nerves, you know.
Yeah, dick him in the ass.
There's no other way.
Yeah, losing your butt cherry, bro. It ruins any chance of you fighting for the rest of the night.
So I fucked him in the toilet, and then he calmed down, settled down, and took his seat again. And then after the show, it was literally the guy that I knew just said, listen, guys, it's time for us to leave now. Everyone was leaving anyway. It was 1 a.m, we're all out the front, and they turned on him and started hitting him. So we jumped in to break it up. they turned on us and they started trying to swing bottles at us, and
Yeah,
it was it was insane.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
a first for me in comedy.
Yeah, I did this gig once at Little Mess. I'll say the venue. Fucking
We're dropping everything tonight.
King Kong comedy. Fucking yeah. There's Oscar was on stage, and there was a dude.
I love Oscar.
Yeah, he's a fucking legend. There was a dude like in the front row who'd been heckling all night, was giving Oscar shit, but Oscar's a gun at giving it back. So Oscar's like ripping into this dude. This dude's with his missus, but he's drunken off his fucking head. But like you can tell the dude wasn't enjoying it, but Oscar shut him up. And when Oscar went to get off stage, this guy got up to fucking hit Oscar. I grabbed the dude and I was like, dude, if you're gonna fight someone, you're gonna fight me.
Yeah.
Right, but here's a bit of the story I hadn't told you. I had my friend from Bankstown, like visiting.
Yeah.
And he was like sitting in the back kind of thing. Seen me get up, tell this dude. This dude pushes me. But like I was gonna fight him outside.
Like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman. Like an
Yeah.
adult, you know?
Yeah.
And so he pushes me, I fall back, put my hand on the wall. By the time I get to the spring back off my hand, my mate had just come in and just fucking. All I seen was my mate's fist, and this dude just fucking go down. I was like, oh shit. I looked at my mate, I'm like, thanks, bro, but we've got to leave. Just grabbed my mate and dragged him. I was like, whoa, I did the right thing. Yeah, it's right, bro, but fuck. I'm going to have problems getting gigs here now. Like, okay.
Do you know, Oscar actually told me this story. So
Oh, did it? Yeah.
it's been interesting. So people watching the podcast, Stingray is going to be moving up to New South Wales
Going to Sydney.
by the end of the month. So we're putting on a gig for him this week. And so it's been interesting because I've put the gig on. A few people have come and told me stories and everything like that. And Oscar was one of them that told that story.
Real, yeah.
But look, to be honest with you, I don't want to get too soppy or anything. The trend is that everyone you talk to has a very similar story about you just being a fucking genuine guy.
Oh, fuck, that's nice to know.
You know,
Yeah, good.
there was Tessa who told me that she was really drunk one night.
Yeah.
Can I tell the full story?
Yeah, go for it.
She got really drunk one night, and you were in an Uber with her, getting home. I don't know whether you were going to drop her home or whatever. But then she was like at the point where she was going to vomit, and you didn't want the Uber driver to pull over, and he was screaming. And so I think you were like catching the vomit.
She puked in my hands, bro. But like we didn't like the Uber driver just said when he pulled up, he's like, "She's not gonna vomit, is she?" And I'm like, "Nah,"
Yeah, and if she does, I'll catch it.
because like she had already vomited a lot.
Oh, really?
And I just like I was like, "She'll be fine." And we get in the car, and she just started spewing in my hand. And I'm like, I told the Uber driver, I'm like, dude, you're gonna need to pull over, bro.
I need to empty my hands.
And I didn't tell him, like, I just put my hand out the window and just flung it and just, like, wiped it on myself. I was like, you're gonna need to pull over, bro. And he's like, is she vomiting? I'm like, nah, I just think she's a bit sick. And he was like, nah, don't worry, I'll get you home. And he fucking...
What a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave her a place to stay, fucking...
She said that, and she's like, you know, he was so kind and everything. I'm like, and, you know, he didn't even take advantage of that drunken situation.
Yeah.
You're a true gentleman. That's
Yeah,
what
well,
I'm
like,
trying
I'm
to
not
get
a
at.
fucking dick. Yeah, I'm not a creep, bro. You know? Like, I say a lot of shit about women, but, like, I do
know.
respect them and fucking, you know, like, I'm not gonna, I think, like, rape is a bad thing. Like, not in porn. But real rape is a bad thing. You know, like, fucking look after women, for Christ's sake, if there's anything you
We
can
have
do
to.
in this place. Yeah, more, like, when some, like, chick got fucking done hard by in Melbourne once, and she just quit comedy.
Yeah.
And she was funny, so it's like, and a comedian did it, and no one fucking said or did anything, man. It was like, fucking, but yeah, the dude disappeared, so I would have done something, but yeah, fucking, yeah, I guess I'm mildly known for fucking stopping creeps, which is fine.
But you know the funny thing, and that's what, you know, you sort of, there's a stigma that comes attached to someone that does dark humour.
Yeah.
But usually, like, I don't know, we're the ones that are probably more on a different emotional level.
Yeah, well, like, the way I see it is that fucking people who aren't doing dark comedy, I'm assuming there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
Like, well, who are you trying to impress, man? Like, what the fuck is this? I feel like they're putting on an act and they're predators, or maybe, like, one of them's nice, but, like, the majority of them, I'm guessing. Every time I hear, like, a PC joke, I'm like, what does that guy masturbate to?
It's some weird shit.
Yeah, like,
it's some weird shit.
No, like, I just want to say funny shit.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, I don't want fucking... Not only that, I want to address horrible situations to make light of them so people can get over it easier.
I
you know?
think
Like, that's
yeah.
what helped me get over, like, my fucked up life earlier on, was, like, laughing about it.
100%. That's why I got into comedy.
Yeah.
I used the humor. It was almost like, you know, and that's why it's not so much an act anymore, because you're doing what you love, but you also use that as a coping mechanism for, you know, traumas and things that you've gone through in life, and this is the fucking result.
Yeah, that's it, man. You can go to a shrink if something bad happens to you, and they want you to address it and constantly think about it.
Yeah.
You spend your whole life just like thinking about that shit. Just don't take it so seriously. Find something funny in it, laugh about it, and then move the fuck on. Like, deal with your issues.
Yeah.
But like fucking, that's how I'd deal with shit when I was young. Just like you and you, like, you know, like something bad would happen to you when you're a kid. And then, like, you'll tell your friends, and then they'll make fun of you about it. And you'll be like, "Oh, you're right. My ass is killing me, though." You know, just like laugh, like you gotta harden up a little bit, because life is a cunt. You know? Like life is not like a sweet little walk through a park, mate. Like, it's a dark walk through a homeless park at night. That's what life is, bro.
Do you know
If you can't laugh at it, fucking just kill yourself. Just fucking, I mean, like your life's gonna be fucking horrific. You're gonna be constantly depressed. Just fucking end it. Just get it done, or laugh at it. Pick one.
Motivational Mondays.
Dude, like, for such a nice guy, I say some horrific shit.
But you know what I think? I think for my son, right? He's 6 years old, and I don't helicopter parent him by any means. Like, I let him fucking go hard. He's jacked. He went to a kids' party the other day, and they got the Avengers there. They're getting him to do push-ups. He's doing one-handed push-ups.
Jesus.
Like, he's a machine. He's ripped. But I then think to myself, like, I want to protect him as much as I can. But then I also wanted to, you know, like, he's got to experience some fucked up things.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's what makes us hard. It hardens us.
It's how you learn.
That's how you learn.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't go through that,
Yeah, you become one of those weird cunts that fucking like bullies you online, you know, and thinks you're not gonna slap him in the face next time you
this
see
is
him.
not real life.
And then you slap him, and they tell you're a bully, and they get you blocked on Facebook and try to sue you after it. You know what? I think those people need to cut their balls off, because they're already acting like women. they're like a fucking pair of tits and a dick snip for fucking, to be a chick. Just do it. Then I won't feel so angry at you.
What's the worst thing someone said to you in a comment? On
Oh, it's never that bad. Like, I just got anger issues, bro. My shit's like, would you say that to my face, cunt? That's what gets me. I'm like, I know you're a balding little fuck. like, I thought we were friends for one. Now you're just up in my grill on Facebook about a fucking comment about fucking some fucking dude. I don't know.
But you know what? I think anger issues are okay. A lot of people sort of like it's, you know, anger. We have anger for a certain reason.
100%. It's to
Right.
get it out.
Well, it's to get it out, but also we need it in case there's a predator there. We need to know how to protect ourselves.
100%.
And I think Jordan Peterson said it. He said, you know, what you want to do is become the biggest fucking animal, hardest person you can be, and then learn to tame it.
Yeah, and still be a good person.
And still
That's
be a
how
good
you be a
person.
man. That's what I was
That's
like.
what-
That's what I was talking about. That joke. You like come home crying from school. Your dad slaps you in the back. You go outside, chop some wood. You turn that fucking those sad feelings into angry feelings, and those angry feelings into no feelings. And when you can handle, like, no feelings just means you can fucking handle anything.
You can handle anything. Yeah.
And like, one day you're gonna be hanging out with a group of people in the real world, and something fucking horrific's gonna go down. And if you can keep your head in that situation, you're sorted, bro.
100%.
Yeah, like and someone needs to. Like, that's the thing. Like, and if it might as well be you, like, because I don't want to go home crying afterwards and shit. So just fucking man up, bro. Fucking.
But I mean, even like that, the incident of that fight that broke out. You know, like, to me that was just like, that was childhood.
Yeah.
There was nothing. It was such a calm.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you know what? I look at it and I go, I should have taken my jacket off. That was a good blazer. I had a good blazer on. That was a thought that went through my head.
That's it.
Because
That's
it was, you know, like,
fucked up. Didn't take the jacket
I
off.
didn't take the jacket off, and I'm like, because I was sort of holding someone down because I didn't want them to come and cow punch because I thought that's what would happen.
Yeah.
I've seen the scenario too many times, but then, you know, there was someone else in there that I should have been that person. So I've done a fair bit of training in my time. I've done Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, I should have been in there. So in my head, I'm like, I'm a wasted... but you have to go...
You wasted your fucking potential in that situation. Yeah.
But it's like, you have to go through some hard shit to get to that level where you're relaxed in that situation.
Yeah, there's no panic.
There's no panic.
When I watch a fight, I'm kind of like, ooh, all right. This is going to be good.
Where's this going? Who's going?
He's like, just break it up before he kills him. I let the fight happen.
You want to go in the last minute. I just hate the ones where you see like someone that clearly doesn't want to be in the fight.
Yeah, no, but like it depends. Did that dude start it?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like fucking.
He was writing you a message online.
That's what I mean. Some dumb shit like that. Like
if I could started it.
I used to think it like when I was at work a while back and there was this guy and he's got glasses, but like he's just like a panel beater and shit. But he was always snitching to the boss and shit. And like I didn't know, but I worked it out. And all that went through my head was like, because I was like, dude, you're a fucking snitch, bro. And he was like, well, fucking, you got to use the dust extraction machine. And I'm like, dude, how's it affecting you, bro? Like, how is this fucking hurting you, cunt? You just needed to tell him. Like, who didn't slap that out of him when he was a kid? You know? Who didn't fucking bash that dude? And, like, he didn't have to be violent. And you know what's even worse? Like, this is why I reckon he's still like that. Because everybody in his life has given him shit about wearing glasses. Like, he had these giant glasses. So like bullies and shit were like, stupid four eyes. He's like, everyone's always bullying me because I'm wearing fucking glasses. It's not because you're wearing glasses. It's an easy target because you're a fucking idiot. And you deserve those fucking beatings, cut. And no one wants to let you know because you're that much of a fucking idiot. They want you to cop shit for the rest of your life, motherfucker. Like, this is how I feel about that situation. Like, some people need to be bullied, bro.
They do.
Just once.
The funniest story that I had at work, I was working at Barbecues Galore, and it was around Christmas time, and so I was just a casual. There was another girl there she was a casual as well, but she'd make out as if she was the boss. So like if I was leaving work for the day and she was serving a customer, she'd say, "Thanks for coming in today, Nick." You know, and to make out as if she was like my boss or something, right? Like a fuckhead.
Yeah.
Anyway, comes Christmas time, and she wants us to wear reindeer antlers, right? So she brings them in for everyone. And then my boss is telling me that I've got to wear reindeer antlers. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not wearing reindeer antlers. Right? Anyway, so like the mask in COVID, I fucking threw it on the ground. And then, so I'm serving a customer. I'm at the register, putting through a barbecue. And my manager comes over and she puts them on my head.
Oh.
And I'm like, whoa. Oh. And I took them off and I go, I'm serving a customer. And she goes, well, come see me in the warehouse after you finish this. Right? So and this girl had caused problems for a little while. So we ended up, I go into the warehouse and my boss drills me for about 5 minutes.
Holy shit.
You think you're cooler than everyone else here? Everyone else is wearing reindeer antlers. It's like, I'm like, is this real? And before I walked into the warehouse, that girl like smirked at me like, I got you now.
Oh,
you're going to be wearing the reindeer antlers when you come out, right? And so I let my boss go for 5 minutes. I let her go. And then I looked at her and I go, like welled up the eyes a little and said, I'm sorry, Elaine. I said, but I actually got molested around Christmas time. And I said, this is true, word for word true. I said, anything to do with Christmas just reminds me of it. She starts bawling her eyes out, anything that you need. And I just walked back out and just like nodded at the girl and walked off. I will never lose a fucking argument. I don't give a fuck.
I like it.
I will go to any level.
That's the right fucking move in that situation, bro. Oh, dude, that is fucking priceless, bro. Dude, I'm going to use that every time.
You got to bring out the molest card.
Like, I did get molested, but fuck.
I did too. And you don't want to. Yeah. We've had a few things.
Weird.
I just wanted to be cool.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to be an attractive child.
But I think we end on the molesting.
Yeah, should we end on the molesting?
Hey,
dude, thanks for having me.
No,
thanks for putting on the fucking show for me, dude. You've been a fucking legend since I'm
No, mate, you too, man. And that's why I wanted to get you on the podcast.
Oh,
because you've really inspired me. And a couple of times when I've been a little bit down in my comedy and then I've run into you, you've pumped me up. So I really appreciate it, man.
No,
so thanks for coming down and supporting this room here. And I can't wait to do the gig on Wednesday.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Come down if it's out by then. It probably won't be. Eh?
It probably we could try and push it out, but probably not. No.
Either way, it was a good gig. Trust
Yeah,
us.
we fucking had a ball, and we
Yeah.
drank afterwards,
Yeah,
and
fucking
there
mad
was like
drink up.
broads, and
Yeah, broads everywhere.
everyone got molested.
Yeah, dude. I ended up with a tranny for some reason. Or me stepsister, like the porn we all enjoy.
We'll cut that bit out.
No, keep it in.
Thanks for coming down, man, and
Thanks,
all
man.
the best for Sydney
Thanks,
and
bro.
everything that you do, man. I'm going to come up there and do some gigs with you,
Yeah, got a place to stay, bro. Fucking,
and
no
yeah,
doubt.
can't wait, man.
Awesome, bro.
Cheers, man.
Thanks for having me, man. Check it, everybody. Subscribe.
Trapani's choice.
Bro.
Thanks, man.
That was awesome, bro.